So we're back once again with the next episode of our Cube Build Along project, and in this episode we're going to be going over the Pauper format, what it is and why I've chosen it for this project. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. Hello and welcome to Life Begins at 20. My name is Mark and thank you so much for joining me. As you may have seen in the previous episode of this Cube Build Along series, what we're trying to achieve here is an entry level into the Cube format and a step-by-step guide of how to actually build a cube from start to finish, through the design phases, through all the decisions, in a really easy to digest format. And if you haven't seen the first video, there will be a card on the screen now for you, plus a link in the description below. So we are going to be doing a Pauper cube, and if you haven't any idea what the Pauper format is, this video will tell you everything you need to know. So sit back, relax, and let's get stuck in. Pauper is an incredibly rich format of Magic the Gathering where only cards printed at least once at the common level are considered for it, whether this is being in paper or on MTGO. Please don't make the mistake of thinking that common cards are bad. On the contrary, while these cards won't be game-breaking bombs, the format does include the likes of Lightning Bolt, Delver of Secrets, Hymn to Tarak, Sinkhole, and so many more. I think you're starting to get the picture of the power level here. These cards can come from all over Magic's history, as Pauper is an eternal format. While the constructed version of Pauper does have a ban list, albeit a small one with just 10 cards, with the likes of Peregrine Drake, Treasure Cruise, Cloud of Fairies, Frantic Search, Storm cards with Empty the Warrens, Grape Shot and Temporal Fissure, alongside Invigorate, Cranial Plating and lastly Cloud Post. This list in constructed terms is perfectly understandable, and Peregrine Drake, for example, warped the format. These bans, however, don't affect Pauper cubes in the same way due to the singleton nature. That's if you choose to build it that way, meaning that they can't be abused as much. Even cards like Ponder, Gataxian Probe and Preordain, which are all banned in Modern, can still be played in Pauper. Like I mentioned earlier, a card that's been printed at least once at common level can be used in Pauper. For example, Counterspell was originally printed as an uncommon in Alpha, but later printed as a common in 5th edition, which makes it perfectly viable for us. Downshifts in rarity often give Pauper players some great rewards for deck building possibilities, with the likes of Spike Jester coming from uncommon to common, or even Mortician Beetle, which used to be a rare. With each set that comes out, Pauper players get a whole bunch of great card options, and it really helps you to look at new cards in a different way. This is especially the case with Master sets, including the upcoming Iconic Masters. There are already some great downshifts to come with the likes of Seeker of the Way, Thrill Kill Assassin, Jessian Thief, Praise Vengeance, Verliant Swipe, and many more, all being exciting options opening up for us. There are some caveats to this which I can leave you to decide whether you'd like to count these cards or not, and they are the ones that were originally printed on common sheets, even if only once in older sets. Powerful cards with the likes of Maze of Ith, Strip Mine and Mishra's Factory fall under this category. While on Gatherer, their rarity is classed as uncommon and has never been created on Magic the Gathering Online with a common rarity either. For some, this doesn't matter as they count common sheet printings as Pauper playable, even if only the once. This debate is something we can have in the comments section as to whether you'd include these cards in Pauper Cube or you'd want to leave them out. I'd definitely be interested to hear your thoughts on this. One of the best parts about Pauper is the extremely low cost of entry into the format, whether this is constructed decks where one of the best decks in the format will cost you less than your average board or computer game, allowing you to jump right in for very little expense to that of standard, modern or legacy, and the same can be said for building an entire Pauper cube. The other huge benefit to Pauper Cube is the gameplay style. While getting out a turn 1 or turn 2 Grizzlebrand can be really fun, well, at least for you, may not be for your opponent, Pauper Cube is generally an extremely balanced environment comprising of all the limited-wise best commons ever printed. This limits the potential for the overwhelming nature of a powered cube, at least for newer players, in the favour of a skill testing draft that rewards good deck building and intelligent playing. The lower power level of Pauper breeds longer games with a lot more interesting decisions to be made. This format rewards good players, but everyone gets to improve. This is especially useful for my play group because they are new to Cube and new to limited formats, which also may be the same for many of you out there, so this is definitely a format worth getting into. So there we have a rough and ready guide as to what Pauper is, plus why we've ended up choosing it for this project. Let me know in the comment section below what your favourite common cards are, and if you have any favourite archetypes as well, what you'd like to actually see going into this cube project. I would be very interested to find out. In the next episode of this series, we're going to be going over the actual bare bones of what the cube's going to be. So we're going to be looking at the size of the cube, the different archetypes we're going to be looking at, plus specific cards and other bits and pieces like that. So definitely don't forget to hit that subscribe button below, plus the bell notification icon, so you know when this is going to be uploaded. Just before we ended the video, I wanted to talk about a brand new game that's coming out from my sponsor, 5 Colour Combo, in the form of Town Bumpers. This is actually a really fun, family-friendly strategy game that's definitely well worth having a look at, and there's currently a Kickstarter available at the moment to help support and bring this game out to the rest of the community. I've been lucky enough to try this out, and to be perfectly honest, this is actually a really fun game that doesn't take very long. So if you're interested to find out more, go to the website www.enfutownbumpers.com, and there'll be a link in the description below for that as well, so you can go and check out the Kickstarter and find out more about the game. I would just like to take this moment to thank my Patreons of the channel. I can't thank you enough for the help and support that you're giving me. If you'd like to do the same, head over to patreon.com/lifebeginsat20, and there'll be a link in the description below for that as well, where there are plenty of rewards to choose from. With your support, we can really push to make this channel even better. Be sure to check out our sponsor, 5colorcombo.com, for a great range of Magic the Gathering accessories with stunning artwork, plus a great app to draft and create decks on the fly. Use the referral code LifeBeginsAt20 for 5% off. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. With your support, we can really help this channel to grow. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.